Rest and rebuild! We're way behind schedule.
Honestly, I'm not a big fan of opera.
We're way behind schedule.
Traveler in Paimon, good to see you.
Are you kidding?
But you're actually right on time. The audience... The Opera House has assigned seating, so you always have to make reservations.
Ooh, front row seat.
Don't mention it. There's no need to keep thinking.
Hey, Lenny! Could you come over here and take a look at this?
Oh, I'll be right there. Seems there's an issue with the stage props over there. That's Cal, my assistant, calling.
Yeah, we'll just go. Next on the agenda. Oh, these should be our seats. Hey, Traveler. Maybe we should strike up a conversation with the person next to us. So, you little... Of course...
Excuse me, I did not realize you felt awkward. I would be perfectly...
Oh! Wait, that's not it, Paimons. Sorry.
A friend?
Oh, so nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. We just...
It is an honor to... And as required...
Oh, Monsieur Nervillet. What an honor.
Ah, Mr.
Wait.
I saw you. Allow me to introduce...
Whoa!
No offense taken. And by the way, there's someone's... I believe she is trying to give you a most elegant... So I think you should take notice of her sooner rather than later.
Huh?
Very good. That is for the best. No.
Huh? So is this what things are like between the Chief Justice and the...
All right.
Yay! The show's finally about to... Oh! They're dimming the lights! The show must be starting! Sorry.
Welcome, one and all, to the Opera Epiclese. I am the star of today's show, Linny. And over here is my sister, Lynette, who will be working as my wonderful assistant. Please, let...
Hello, everyone. Whatever.
Now, some of you may be thinking, two vision holders who can freely... So, both Lynette and myself have removed our
Oh, good boy.
Now, without further ado, I know you might miss her, but don't worry. Oh, and before... You never know what can happen in... A magician's greatest skill is making things disappear or appear. The possibilities are endless. But this isn't what you came for. These little tricks, you've seen them all before. So it's time for something truly extraordinary, don't you think? This one's a little tricky. Using this water tank, I shall make my sister vanish completely, right before your very eyes. It's actually quite simple. She'll just turn into air bubbles and float right out of the top. Oh no! I told them to check all the props carefully. With the lid on, even air can't escape. An amateur magician would be getting very nervous right around now. Luckily, it's me on stage, so let me show you what a true virtuoso can do. Lynette, are you still there? Don't go too far. We don't want to use up all our magic.
Hi, I'm back.
Uh-huh.
How did he do? Wasn't Lynette inside the water tank? How did she disappear and then reappear out of nowhere?
If we could see easily to appreciate magic.
Guess you're right.
Thank you everyone. But our magical journey has the magic of transformation and disappearance can go far beyond what you've just seen. I'm sure many of you are in which case, So, for my next trick, I will please, if my there are 2 boxes and only 2 boxes. One is, I'm sure many of our lucky audience members. Now please,
Wow, how's it? Hey, do you think this is all magic tricks, or does Lynn?
the lucky audience member will be generated. It selects numbers in. Now then, let's begin. Oh, let me see. Oh, row 7, please, come forward. My assistant will take you beside the magic box. I'm sorry, it might be a little cramped inside, but no need to feel nervous. We've carefully arranged everything for you to be as comfortable. You don't need to do anything if the magic is interrupted.
Oh.
All right, like this. 60, 59, 58. I won't be able to see anything in the pitch black box, so I'll be relying on your... Oh, and no tricks now.
Ooh, Paimon kinda wants to count faster after hearing him say that.
No, that won't do. Come on, repeat after...
60, 59.
That's right, perfect. Keep...
54, 50. Why aren't you counting?
I am counting in my head. I think things are exciting enough in here as it is. Merely a consequence of my identity and personality. Do not worry about me. Just enjoy the show.
Oh, all right. You look so serious. 40.
Mr. Linney.
Yes, I'm fine. It would be a deception.
Even though he's saying that, Lenny doesn't see. What was that noise? Did you hear it too? Not sure. Anyway, that's 24.
What's wrong, Mr. Linney?
I seem to have...
Never mind.
No, that's...
19.
It seems that... It feels like you're all starting to count faster, but that's all right. 10 seconds and...
10.
Almost there now.
8.
Swapping 2 people is harder work than you might think. Even a master magician like me can't guarantee I'll get it right the first time. Hey, wait! Is this the back one? I can't tell. They both look the same inside. Huh? No, that's not it. I'll try again.
7.
Hey, slow down! Honestly!
5. 4. 3.
Whoops! That doesn't count!
0.
Ta-da!
What happened? Huh? Is this Mr. Linney? You're going...
What happened?
Oh no. Maybe this isn't part of the show. The girl was...
This performance is over. Medical staff with me. Guards, secure the scene and detain all the performers. Seal the exits. No one is allowed in.
Yes, that's right. If this was just an accident, then we must investigate the cause.
No need to be alarmed, you two. We'll get to the bottom of it. Unfortunately, the person who is in the magic box has been pronounced dead. His name was Cowell, one of the assistants in Linney's magic troupe. Apparently, the fireworks on stage ignited the ropes that were suspending the water tank, which then caused the tank to fall onto the stage. As of now, we are still not sure why we found Cowl in the box, rather than the guest from the audience. And after an initial search of the area, the guards have confirmed that the girl is nowhere. It appears that this incident was not merely some mishap with the performance. And there are many indications that it is connected.
The serial disappearances case?
That's the case that Charlotte mentioned before!
I know the truth. I can see through. I say that our powerful magician, Mr. Linney, is now the prime suspect for the serial disappearance.
Huh? Why me? This whole thing was an accident.
Oh, this all occurred during your magic show. Now that I think about it.
That can't be. He was in the box on the stage the entire time. Besides, before the show, he told us that he would like to catch the criminal behind the disappearances. He could have.
Save discussion for a later time, please. Lady Farina, may I assume that your comments just now constitute an accusation against Mr. Linney and his...
I just...
But what Lady Farina said.
A kidnapping and murder carried out under the cover of a magic show. Lady Farina.
That's right. I mean you, Traveler. You'll support Linney, won't you? After all, he was the one who helped you the first time. But so no more draws. Between the two of us, there must be a clear winner and...
It wasn't a...
I understand. Well, Traveler, are you willing to act as Mr. Linney's... Very well. Linney and his... The audience may...
A day isn't...
Linney!
Sorry about everything.
Of course!
Yeah, I know you already claimed that you would defend me, but now, good to hear. I'm sure everyone sees me as the biggest suspect at this point. But, if you ask me, the whole thing is mysteries layered upon mysteries, such that all that's left is confusion. I don't know whether what happened there on the... As for how that even a skilled and knowledgeable magician...
Which is precisely why we need to investigate! As this book says, the impossible could not have happened. Whatever happened must have been that which is possible. Paimon bought them when we... Don't worry,
I think they look cute on you, Paimon.
You have good taste, Lynette!
That's the right attitude. But with the guards, good thing you agree.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah, just like... Oh, since since we're going...
Oh, well,
The secrets behind our magic are past saving.
I suppose... 'tis... But if revealing our... We should go somewhere...
Alright, let's go have a look while the investigation... Hello, officer. How's the investigation going?
I see.
Huh?
Come with me and you'll see. The deceased is one of Linny's assistants, named Cal. Even though he hadn't joined the troop long, he was hardworking, and the assistants are usually in charge of setting up and inspecting the props. As you probably saw when you were in the audience, the water tank suddenly fell and smashed the box with Cowl inside. This is the real mystery. However, if you look carefully, the box was positioned. All these factors lining up so perfectly makes it, if anything, the more...
But he doesn't have a motive.
Are you both good friends of...
Well...
So in just a I know there's I've seen a lot of cases. Sorry. Anyway, you mean...
The investigation team...
See, I told you. What if the... Sheen picked some big...
Sorry to interrupt, but we're helping Linny and Lynette with their side of the investigation.
You're trying to help them?
Linny used the machine... Well, we thought there might...
It turns out that I'm sure you already... In other words...
That much...
Let you see why I was saying it'd be tough to make a case for Lynn.
So this is the rope... The rope looks pretty durable. How can it be burned through so quickly by fireworks? Why are you suddenly so serious, Traveler? Whoa. Most of it was burned away, but there's... Wait! Hello there!
The seats were all booked in advance. Sure. Her name is Halls. Apparently, the magic troop member. Simply put, she wasn't related to the magic troop at all.
What?
That's how it seems to us.
Okay then.
No need to be so. It is of utmost...
Why would it be him? Whoever... Gosh, no wonder the serial... Gosh, no wonder the serial... This rope was up. People needed to register and reserve...
I see that you're If you find any...
We don't have to... The FUD?
Yes, exactly. It's just that everyone was awaiting the results of Lenny's trick with baited... I'm of the opinion when the pirate...
Wait.
Perhaps the balance wasn't... Oh, that's true.
Hey, you! Yes, both of you! Over here!
Huh? You mean us?
That's right. If I'm not mistaken, you're also among those who wish to cut down the thorns and pursue the truth. No?
Well, you're right on the more about that one, but who are you?
Have you never... From mediating disputes and providing protection to solving conundrums, you name it, Spina di Rosula does it. And I, Navia, have the honor of being its renowned president. Though those who play by our rules call me...
I'm Silver, her attendant. Pleased to meet you.
And I'm Melus. Demoiselle's various daily needs and affairs are under my...
Huh? Boss, Demoiselle...
Well...
My apologies, Demoiselle. Should you prefer, boss, I will
No need. You don't have to call me boss.
Okay, if you...
All merely trifling details. Now, that's right. I've always kept judging from the look of things.
Really? We think... But how did...
Intuition, naturally. Farina sure was quick to point the finger, but that's not Anyway.
Sounds more...
Well, what's your opinion? All right, I've answered your question.
Wait a minute, did that...
Well, I say, in your opinion, do you think it's right to treat a
well...
And why would that be?
Most astute of you, Demoiselle. I, too, think that the Traveler's response was most excellent. No matter how wonderful, and if that can be done...
All right, that's quite Now, I need to make some...
Wait! Since when did we become assistants?
Oh.
That's more like it.
Far be it from me to... You wish to save a...
You have a point. And what about you over there? What do you think? You seem like...
I have nothing to add.
Oh.
We'll be making some preparation.
Speaking of that, I think magic shows...
I can see that. Maybe I should try to learn some magic.
You need not worry about such...
Oh.
But no one can...
No, we're not... Were you always guarding...
Yes, after... So, the missing girl couldn't have left... I doubt.
How can you be...
Well, I couldn't see... But still, we Melazine...
So, it's safe to say... Alright, thank you for your help. Performance venue. Paimon wonders how Lenny's discussion with the guards is going. Let's go see, shall we? Ooh, things are getting interesting, huh? We're about to see how magic is made.
Understood. Then
Very good.
you may spare the...
You've arrived. Who's this?
Me? I'm Spina di Rosula's guardian angel. If you've got a problem, I've got the firepower. Sorry, I got a little carried away there. Call me Navia, and these are my companions. Would you mind if they...
Find my...
Oh, new help.
Well, let's...
I appreciate your kind interest. Come with me. We'll be heading below stage.
Huh? Below stage?
Yes, a world. But before I reveal everything, you should have a look first. Notice anything strange here? I'm not trying to be dramatic. Remembering the details of a trick will help.
Huh.
Ah, good eye.
The back?
Very good indeed. I thought you might not be able to catch that, given that you were sitting in the first row. The back of this door was patterned. Those patterns are now gone, replaced by a smooth wooden board. So, if you put 2 and 2 exactly.
Oh, so there was a path.
I knew you'd figure out. The 2 magic boxes are positioned right above the 2 entrances of the tunnel. See this flat the box with the
This trolley can...
I see.
Precisely.
So that's how...
Once the box was locked, the audience member would only be able...
Right.
Ah, yes. My assistant and...
And what about...
I was in the mess...
Oh.
That's how we were able to coordinate Linny's lines with the assistant.
I mean, we are, and that's...
So that's how it all worked.
Lynette would brief, and then But as you saw, Cal was in the box, not our audience member.
We really don't...
If not for that and yet, could we have a look around?
This is the scene of the crime. So Linny and Lynette are...
Yes, of course. No need to be so strict now.
Thanks, everyone.
Looks like a hook tied to the end of a rope. Huh?
Perhaps it was a prop for...
Whatever it...
Oh, her clothes are here.
Right. Ugh. What is this place?
It seems someone could...
Alone, perhaps.
But there are no other ways in or... Oh, you're right! Let Paimon...
The floor is wet. Please be careful not to slip.
Speaking of which, wow.
Oh, Paimon knows! And here's a broken vase. Seems we're just about done investigating down here.
Yes, let's head. Well, we've ascertained this. Let's find a place to sort out our...
Apologies for the wait.
So, what did the guards say? Did the criminal escape through the vent?
They believe the odds of that are very low, since the vent leads to the Opera House's basement. The guards have checked the area carefully. No one left through the basement.
So the tunnel's become like a secret...
The plot thickens. Halsey's disappearance and Cowell's death. No wonder...
In other words, the
Charges, and then...
That's right. This is how a trial goes in the Opera House. That's right. This is the statements from both... To put it simply...
This also precludes any kind of...
Once both sides, then...
Huh?
In practice, yeah.
Huh?
Because we've...
And even if that were...
I'm ready to break out at any...
Whoa, whoa!
Of course. I just hope...
In that case, let's just sort out our findings. I mean, what better...
Huh. Breaking out, so... Just kidding! Just kidding!
What do you mean?
Huh?
Understood, demoiselle. Everyone, please come with me.
Wait, you're carrying...
Yes, I must...
I have eggs, sugar, and all...
These three are quite the... From the way you had these two guys carrying... But you ended up doing...
I was applauding.
And I was giving encouraging...
Oh, don't underestimate anyway.
Only the...
Well...
Tea is ready to be served. No need for...
All right, then. However, the magician twin...
Exactly! Why would they...
The flower vase and resulting in the shadow... Perhaps the crypt...
Paimon thinks that makes...
True, but...
Huh. Could Halsey have...
That's right. And even if she had... Nor does she have...
From the sound of things, you're macaron. What?
Please don't worry about it. At my age...
Besides, Paimon knows that if she... Wait! Even you don't believe... If Paimon ate those 2 extra macarons...
Oh, Maloose, set up the stove again, if you would.
Huh?
Making sure everyone gets 3 macarons, of course.
Exactly!
As you wish,
And I have the egg...
Well, that's it for snack time. I don't know. It would be...
All right.
It was nothing. A small task for the Spina di Rosula. Silver, Maloose, it's time to go. I'll be back if I find...
All right, it's time to put our heads together. We've got to get our defense...
Just relax. Even if everyone else suspects. Besides...
Thanks, Navia.
Best of luck to you.
Ah, finally, you're back. Well, how...
To be honest?
No.
Well, now, don't you all look That was to be don't let that stop you. I shall be terribly...
Since both Firstly,
Yes, of course.
Thank you, Mr. Linney. You ran to and remained hidden within the magic box in the audience stands.
Yes, that...
In that case...
Why, of course I do. Allow me to take the first shot and break this case wide open. Mr. Linney is clearly lying. There is no way you could have been in the box the whole time if you were to abduct Hall.
That is simply your...
Oh.
The roaring countdown of the...
And you didn't hear anything?
No.
I see. But when the count reached 30 seconds or so...
Huh?
Hey.
Yeah, I'm sure he could have...
That was right by the...
Look at those scales.
Of course, I have armed myself to do far more than smash your alibi. Confidence cannot go unfounded, and my... Tell me.
The House of the Hearth?
No wonder they did something like this.
So the serial disappearances were the Fatui's doing. Now it all makes sense.
I've got a feeling that what...
That's irrelevant. Our identities have nothing to do with what happened.
Indeed. Then your first priority... The Outlander is speechless. My, oh my, don't they look flabbergasted? Now comes the infighting. Good thing I made all those preparations. Seems the all-nighter I pulled last night is...
Hey, Linny! Why didn't you tell us this before?
Order! First, when the thud... Are these claims... Please answer my question.
I'm sorry. Yes.
I knew it!
Well, that's it.
What should we do now?
Granted. In that case, what is your request?
Is that really necessary?
The defendant is...
Order! Your request is reasonable.
In that case...
Well, this is awkward. I didn't think the Hydro... I'm sorry.
Yeah. We based our entire reasoning on the assumption that you weren't... Not to set the wrong tone.
I'm very... I know you've clashed with it, but our organization is very, very large, and the Harbingers have very different personalities and goals.
Right now, we want to save people. As many as we can.
That's right. I'm sure we're on the same page when it comes to this nation and the disaster that its people might face. I knew if it weren't for our respective identities, we could become good friends. That's why I didn't wish to flat out lie to you, but chose to hide some details. The truth is very important, but being completely transparent about everything would see us spending more effort than we need to. Right. So, you be the judge. Heck, if I were you, you met a Fatus who works as a magician, a trickster by trade. All by coincidence, too. But still, I'm asking you to trust me. I am no criminal.
Sorry. Please.
Well, you both say that, but... Right, let's hear your answer.
Of course. I'll answer any question. We've been trying to find out. During our investigations, we learned that the machine's core is beneath it. From that moment on, Lynette and I have been designing this box swap trick.
Is that why you needed a home?
That's right. So after...
That air vent was created during the...
Well, what should have been a... That voice seemed on the way back. After that...
Well, that explains why you didn't hear the thud.
Because of that prophecy I told you about, of course.
That's the only way we...
So, it was never my... But like I said...
Well, Traveler, you decide. Paimon will follow your lead however you choose.
Okay.
Thanks for giving us a chance.
The current problem is that if we want to refute the Hydro... Huh? Allow me!
Both parties have returned to their... When last we left off, Mr. Linney acknowledged the new evidence presented by Lady Farina as fact. Therefore, Lady Farina...
At this stage, let's revisit that scene from Linney's perspective. As the countdown began, he entered the tunnel. When the flatbed trowel, he did not realize. Finally, he used the... At this time, so Linny proceeded afterward. And there you have it.
Does the defendant's side have...
The key to refuting... According to Lynn... Linny went to the room that can... Linny didn't...
When the countdown started, but he immediately used a... Once he reached that area, the crime scene! Finally, he... Paimon did it! Paimon actually managed to say all that! Wasn't it awesome?
In other words, you believe...
That's right!
My reasoning?
If that's say is true, Lenny only needed to kidnap the young girl to cause a new disappearance case. What would the point of killing someone on stage?
Oh.
That's right! Oh, well, your denial is very... You're saying that he wasn't. To think you'd use such logic. Well then, if it wasn't Linny who committed the crimes, then who was it?
The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant. He would have been able to... Could there have been a third Halsey is the missing person, and... The deceased's name is Cowell. What I must do next is recreate the truth. What Cowell did, and how he went from would-be perpetrator... It would have been tough for both people. No one entered or left the... The deceased's name is Cowell. The sound we heard may have come from a... The sound we heard may have... It would have been tough for both people. No one entered or left the Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel. The deceased's name is... It would have been tough for both people to fit into that vent. Linny was not in the tunnel at... Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel.
What's wrong, Traveler? Are you still...
Look, since we're at a dead end, just like the trick.
If only we knew.
Well, that would be nice, but it's not like this is a magic trick where you can just make a real live person.
If the defense is unable to make further effective arguments, we will move on to the next stage of the trial.
Lenny was not in the tunnel at that. The sound we heard may have... The deceased's name is Cowl. The vase was not broken.
Oh! Paimon gets it! Lynette escaped. If there's a...
How could a person ever be transformed into water? This... magic tricks are...
Even so, the truth must be out there somewhere. Perhaps some new line of reasoning, since Cal was the deceased, but given that we aren't making
People really do come up with all sorts of harebrained schemes when
Nevertheless, I believe that this is a reasonable request on the part of an attorney. Since the trial does indeed appear to be... Guards!
We are still examining. We discovered several test tubes of fluid within the notebook in his backpack.
The primordial.
The note's contents also indicate that Cowell belongs. The notebook has many. One of these tubes. The notes also state, as such, we believe.
You've got to be kidding! Could something so ridiculous actually...
Wait a moment. This reminds me of a certain...
Huh. If people can become water, does that mean... Wait just a minute. Could that mean...
Demoiselle, wait! What about your part?
Let's go. Just trust me.
Order! Order! It is undeniable that further examination of the deceased's personal effects has yielded some surprising results. Still, let us assume... Guards, please continue Mr. Linney, it appears your hypothesis is...
Of course. If we uphold this hypothesis, I believe that many of this...
Right! Like the metal hook! Let's think about this. Cowell's methods must have something to do with that...
The deceased's name is Cowl. The water from the primordial sea. The rope that strung the water tank. Lynette was in the magic box on... The water from the primordial sea should already have... Now it seems like the hook rope... The rope that strung the water tank... I remember there was something else with... The water from the primordial sea...
In the original plan, when the magic box containing Halsey was lowered, when the balloon attacked afterward, but...
Huh. That does...
That actual...
Oh dear, what do I do?
Now, it seems like the only point of contention... His notes mentioned he had an accomplice who could be related to the...
On that note, the guards have... I shall now invite him on stage.
Thank you, Your Honor. And we
What?
That can't be. Does this not, my dear? Linny did not need, having made modifications, but upon ultimately, now, as my... Am I right?
We've used up all the... Is this the...
Oh no!
See, I think we've all... I believe this is indeed... Now then, my... excuse me,
Miss,
Oh, come on. I'll show you an amazing... What?
No offense, miss.
Come on now, don't... But once everyone believes the illusion, can't magic reveal the truth to them? And wouldn't such a... Come on, Lynn. But, as the magic makers and stars of the show...
I understand.
And voila!
Sorry for...
Wait, isn't that...
To be clear, I'm only here because this person told me that if I testified, the merit of doing so would lessen my... I was hiding outside this room listening to the proceedings because I was afraid that I would be the one put on trial. I was just feeling happy that no one had noticed me. And then, before I knew it... Where should I begin?
What?
Firstly, my name isn't Halsey. It's Lillian, and I'm originally from Mondstadt. I heard that Linny's show was going to be a real thriller, but I missed the chance to buy a ticket, so I stole one. That's how I make a living. I steal stuff here and there. And I'd never been caught before, but I was noticed at the harbor a few days ago.
Hey, no wonder you look familiar. So you were the thief! Liddy even mentioned that you were pretty skilled.
Well, and I thought he even mentioned the Fortress of Meripede. That's a prison, isn't it? So you can imagine how shocked I was. I thought he was onto me for sure. So I played along with the show. I wasn't going to take that lying down, so I knocked him out and stuffed him into the box. There was nowhere to run from there, though, so I had to change my clothes and hide in a box containing performance costumes. I slipped out after the first guard arrived at the scene and continued hiding inside the opera house.
Can a person even hide in there?
But I swear I didn't know that the water tank would fall down. Really, I swear it. Had I known that, I wouldn't have put him in the magic box.
Well, that makes everything pretty clear now.
This time, we need to tell the... Seems this... The strange sound... The flower vase... Lillian...
And it's having been selected out of the blue, Lillian panicked. Her panic only intensified. Hearing the commotion, he did not know that Lily mistakenly believed the two broke with no way of escape. She would have to...
She had already become desperately hungry by the time we were chatting over macarons. So, she swiped two of them right under our noses. Talk about a sneaky thief.
At this point, all the events...
So that...
Bravo!
Now then, Lady Farina, do you wish to speak against the defense's statements? Please answer the question.
What? Are you reading my... No. I have no fur...
Wow! Look at that!
If there are no objections, then as the Chief Justice of Fontaine, I shall once again... The actual perpetrator of the serial disappearances, Cowell, selected his next victim from the audience reservation list. With some modifications to the selector, he could ensure that the pre-selected young woman would be chosen. To cover up any evidence while committing the deed, Cowell thought of allowing the water tank to fall, which would conceal the water left behind. He also tampered with the rope suspending the water tank, using the fireworks at the end of the performance to cause the tank to drop and hide the watermark. He poured the water from the primordial sea into a balloon during the preparation of the magic box and stuck it to the box's lid. Finally, he passed the prepared hook on a rope through the gap in the magic box's door when the magic trick officially began. The box containing the woman was lowered into the tunnel, tightening the hook rope and bursting the balloon containing the water. If all had gone to plan, the young woman would be dissolved at this time. However, Lillian was not from Fontaine, and thus fled the box with a loud noise. Realizing that there was trouble, Cowell entered the tunnel and met Lillian. Thinking that the waters had not yet taken effect, he decided. However, his opponent was more capable than he thought, and he was overcome, knocked unconscious, and placed into the magic box. And thus, Lillian, according to her own statements, then changed clothes and hid until the performance ended, before hiding in other parts. As for Linny, he was in the underground structures within the opera house, and was thus ignorant of these happenings. From this reconstruction of events, we can conclude... While there is much in Linny and Lillian's conduct that should still be investigated, this case, at least, can be handed over to the Oratrice to make the final... As such, Linny and Lynette are officially declared not guilty.
Great work, Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Next, I think we deserve an explanation, Guard Vaughn. How did you find the water from the primordial sea in Linny's baggage?
Right! Your discovery caused me to make a serious mistake, you know. Or was that not a discovery, but...
I suspect that the accomplice mentioned in Cowell's notes was not Linny, but you, yes? I'm sure you know what you must do to lessen your sentence.
Speak quickly! Unless you want to earn yourself a one-way ticket to Coupon Town.
I was just following orders. We were supposed to place blame for the serial disappearances onto Linny, and thus cause suspicion to fall on the Fatui. The higher-ups said this was the best opportunity to do so.
And now that your plan has fallen through, and the secrets of the water have been revealed, you have become a liability to said higher-ups, yes? Therefore, you would be wise to tell everything you know, and seek the protection.
Yes! I'll tell you everything I know. Our boss discovered that the water can cause people to dissolve. It can also be made into a potion, which when extremely diluted, can cause people to experience unforgettable exhilaration. We've been in this business for a while now, and have made decent mora off it. The disappearances were also the boss's idea. I mean, this is the boss we're talking about.
And now he can no longer talk.
Such ruthlessness. I shouldn't have expected any less of them.
An outrageous act. All present, please submit to inspection immediately.
So, we're just going back now? That's...
Traveler, Paimon! Please wait.
Linny...
I know you may not want to speak to me right now. Maybe you don't even want to look, but still. Let me thank you again for defending me to the end. Even after you learned that I'm a member of the Fatui, I guess. But regardless, I'd like the opportunity to set things straight,
I didn't approach you with any ulterior motives or ill intent. I've spoken to you as myself. As for why I'm a Fatus, it's because that was how Father, who you might know as the Knave, approached recruiting us back then too.
A knave? The one who controls...
That's right. And since we're here, back when our parents first died, Lynette and I were left wandering the street. To survive, I took to surreptitiously observing an older street performer who did magic. It took me several days. I took my sister through several streets until we found a crowded corner. To my surprise, we proved to be, before long, an aristocrat king.
So you went from orphans to nobility just like...
That was how we felt at first, too. As if fate was on our side and we could say good, but he would constantly...
That doesn't seem too bad.
It took a while for me to realize just how dark his heart really was. After one particular performance at a banquet, I discovered that Lynette was not on the same return vehicle as I waited a long time after we returned home, but she did not come back. I went to that noble's bedroom and asked him about her whereabouts. The answer he gave me was, she caught the eye of the most eminent person at the banquet, so I sent her over as a gift. I mean, you'll be able to perform your magic regardless of who your assistant is, yes?
Oh no. So he was gonna... But wouldn't Fontaine's laws deal with such people?
As far as outsiders are concerned, this is a relationship akin to adoption or foster care, and they have their ways of escaping the eye of the law. I managed to ferret out the location of the mansion of that so-called eminent person and hurried through the night. But by the time I leaped over the walls, avoided the guards, and made my way in, all I saw was the moonlit ground covered in blood, and the knave standing there in the darkness.
So, she'd already taken care of that guy.
That's right. She had rescued my sister before she could come to any harm, and had even discovered several girls hidden in a basement, all of them orphans. Father, the knave, might have seen something in me, and so she made me an offer. The House of the Hearth welcomes you, for your interests align with ours. Here, none will ever betray you. Indeed, betrayal shall... I was hesitant to trust her. I had just been betrayed by nobles, but she was also quick to
Oh, so that's how the two of you joined the House of the Hearth.
She has gained permission from the Tsaritsa to first use the Gnosis' power when she obtains it.
So, she believes that...
That's right. The whole House of the Hearth is currently working to combat that. Today's case has also proven that all of us house members here, Lady Arlecchino herself included, are from Fontaine. We won't give up on defending our homeland. To us orphans, the only connection...
So, from small deeds like distributing magic pockets to huge...
It's alright. I just hope you can understand that if you should need anything at all in the future, feel...
Bye, Linny!
Hey there! What was with the disappearing act you pulled right as the trial ended?
Were you looking for us now?
Well, this whole thing isn't exactly over, is it? I do feel that we're getting closer to solving the serial... Huh? What's wrong, my dear partner?
Besides! And...
Ah, I see. Sorry.
Don't say that.
Ah, and we were having so much fun investigating with you, too. It was like having new... Wait.
Huh?
Well, I just like... Anyway, it would just be a meal, so it shouldn't take up too much of your time.
You don't have to twist...
Oh, wonder...
All right, then.
I came here several times with my father when I was little.
Oh, don't worry.
Ah, in that case...
Ooh, everything looks so good.
Why, of course. Go ahead, try whatever you like.
And if it...
Well,
Yeah. Oh, we called this a...
Oh.
Huh? Speaking of cases...
Well, we've certainly taken a big step forward.
If it hadn't happened...
Right? Yet it... In such investigations, even the smallest... To be honest, I don't have high hopes for any follow-up that the authorities... It's not that I don't... It's easy to go... Which is exactly why the Spina do... Those high... Let's talk about something else. Like, what are your few...
That's true.
I've heard that there's a long...
Yeah. Guess that's...
Well, one way would be to infiltrate a performance troupe at the Opera House, only to I'm sure Lady for... All right. I can personally testify that this one works. When I'm sleepy... valid point. You did defeat her in court, clearing citizens of her.
You mean that if we catch her, well, why don't we give it a try after?
Huh? No, it.
Alright.
Is that so? If we're all finished eating.
Yeah. Oh, so full. Paimon can barely float anymore. Nah, that would be so... Hey, Navia! What?
Oh, nothing. So this is goodbye, huh? Well, if you do encounter any other trouble in in any case.
See ya! Let's move out.
Vache.
Looks like we're back here. Huh? Traveler?
Vache?
Hey, why are you still walking Huh? Hey, Traveler? Stop walking! Come on, wake up!
Vache! Are you... my dear Vache? No, wait. You seem to be someone else. Do you know Wait, my memories feel like they have been... How much have I lost? How many things that I once held dear while on land? Yes, that is what I was once. I do not know how I came to be like this either. No matter what... But now... No! The thought of me... If you meet Vache... Perhaps that is so. If only I could have comforted him. Is that what you... It was a state... I could also liken it to being a thirsty person who drinks water for the... I think I hear your companion. Farewell then.
Wake up! Come on, hurry! Navia's outnumbered!
Demoiselle, look out!
Dear God, it's a whole army of Gardamex. Chlorand?
Quick, now's our chance!
I should thank you for lending us your sword there, Clorand. But before I do so, could you explain how you managed to show up here?
I followed you. It seemed to me that danger has followed you more closely as of late.
I believe that following someone without their knowledge is actually called stalking, is it not?
Mr. Callus's last wish was for me to ensure your safety, and I will not betray his trust. He would do the same, were he alive today.
Do not speak of my father!
Sorry, demoiselle. I was not strong enough.
Thank you for your aid, Miss Clorand, but do keep an eye out for your manner of speech. I believe we all wish to avoid unnecessary emotional harm.
Sorry, I did not consider your feelings.
Whatever. What else do you know? How did you come to the conclusion that I'd be in grave danger?
I doubt I know much more than you, but I believe that the mastermind behind the serial disappearances is very powerful. Your performance tonight will almost certainly attract their attention.
I'm sure they've known about me. To be honest, I'm shocked it's taken them this long to act again. And what about these Gardamex? I thought only those associated with the Maison Gardiennage could control them.
None of these mecha have serial numbers. I was sure to check a moment ago. They are not the ones used by the authorities to enforce the law. I can only conclude that some powerful or wealthy party must have obtained them via illegal...
What? Your point being that they're out of Spina di Rosula's league, then?
Yes. Be careful, and do not act rashly.
I will continue investigating. Regardless, thank you for your help today, Clorand. But if you get any ideas, tell me.
I do not think that they'll strike again anytime soon. So I shall stop following you.
Right. I suppose that's the best news we've gotten today.
Demoiselle, I believe that...
I know, she's...
Oh, thank goodness! Paimon thought we were done for... Those Gardamex came out of nowhere while you were unconscious, and Nadia and her gang saved us! Oh, and there was that champion duelist named Clorand who came out to save us too! We got lucky there. Paimon probably couldn't have fought them off otherwise.
Oh, come now. Forget all that polite talk. As such, we're still partners.
It will take 50 years for me to match Demoiselle's magnanimity.
If it were me, I would have joined...
Actually, Navia, how did you know that we were in danger?
Well, to be honest...
Huh?
Yes. After we parted, that the Fanta tasted kind of salty and... Fanta?
Oh, so the Fanta...
Yes.
Spina di Rosula.
Huh. Really?
I sent people to Hotel de Boer. That's when I figured out that you...
What?
Well, speaking of which...
Well, it can't be... Oh, and this time Paimon heard it too! But does that mean...
That doesn't sound like too much of a bad...
New intel?
Well, let's hear it, shall we? Oh. Vache. That name doesn't ring a bell. I suppose he hasn't... Since he saw that young woman dissolve, he was at least at the... But he never gave testimony or any information regarding people dissolve... Yes, thank you. This is very... Oh, you mean...
Well, you did. And besides, we're in this now.
Demoiselle, do try not to look quite...
You talk too much. We also have some plans...
Don't worry, you two.
right up ahead.
I've been keeping watch, Demoiselle. I haven't spotted...
Huh. Very good.
I shall find room.
Thank you, Malus. Now, let's move out. Let's move out.
Or is all this standing making me dizzy? My research had so much
People here really need to get more sunlight.
Keep up with the changing times.
underground is way more fun than So, this is
Your accommodations have been arranged.
After all, we don't
Seems like it's tough times for everyone. To your father.
Demoiselle, if you'll allow me to
No. My father's name is Callus. Yes, the same one they call Callus the Unfaithful in the streets. 3 years ago, he was accused of murdering his own friend. But he chose a duel to defend his honor instead of standing trial. He died in the duelist's ring.
Oh no.
But I do not believe my father was a murderer. I'm sure he was set up. At the time, I believed that if he only stood trial and was duly investigated, something amiss would crop up and prove his innocence. But strangely, that even after being seriously injured, to the 3 years, how could he protect his honor if he's dead? The closest piece of info I have.
So
that's right. However, I must know what really happened. Was my father coerced? Framed? Even if he... If only he'd been more open with me when he was still alive. He even hid the fact, and now, here I am investigating his death.
Demoiselle.
I also will never believe that Master Callus murdered anyone. Master Callus did so much good in life. Even our supporters decreased greatly.
Wait! If Callus was such a good man...
No. Perhaps people just revel in that kind of drama. It's not... People love watching the...
But how could... never mind. If Callus was really falsely accused...
There is one...
Oh! Her? Yeah.
Miss Cloran. She knew Master Callus beforehand and greatly respected him, but seeing how he was there was only ever one choice she could have made.
It's not that I don't understand her at all, but I...
Don't worry, Navia.
Afterward, Miss Cloran told us that at the start of the duel, Master Callus requested that she ensure Demoiselle Navia's safety. Yes, that is our understanding as...
Oh, Papa. What madness drove you to ask the person who killed you to take care of me? All right. Anyway, that's the information I wanted. Thanks.
Yeah.
Please, relax and get some sleep.
I sent them back to Poisson. It's Spina de Rosula's place of...
Paimon gets the... but...
No, I just returned after going out for a while. I did some investigate...
Wait!
How... Unfortunately, this name seems... I suspect...
Does...
No. And that is the archives kept by Chief Justice Neuvillette. A place where detailed file... If the Oceanid you met is one of the young women who went missing recently, we should be able to find some related information there.
So Neuvillette, in that case, what...
No, it's nothing. Let's go see the Honorable Chief... The Palais is right up ahead. Come on.
Please state your business here. The chief...
Hey, don't you recognize us?
Huh? Who are you? Just to be clear, I don't...
See?
Yep. Paimon can...
If you're here just to
No.
Oh, yes.
We're here today to... Of course.
All right, then. I'll let you through. The chief...
Thank...
Please come in.
Sorry to barge in, Monsieur Nervalet. We only like to get in because we didn't know...
It's all right. Please let...
We're looking for a man called Vache. He may have been an eyewitness in the serial disappearances case. If we can find him, we may be able to unearth some key information on the case.
Ah, I see. In that case, please wait here a moment while I browse...
Who knew that Nervalet would be so easy to talk?
Unfortunately, I'm quite certain that no one by the name of Vache has been involved in any case, criminal. There are no records of him either in the files or in my memory.
Traveler, what if it was really just a dream?
Is that so?
Ahem. Miss Navia, I can understand how you feel. Your father, Callus, was a truly exceptional man. We deeply regret his passing.
And what are you trying to say? Are you trying to console me? Extend your sympathy? No. You are not trying to do any of that. I can hear it in your voice. It's just like last time. After my father took his place in the duelist ring, I pushed through the guards to talk to you as a last resort. You even told me then that you thought there was something fishy with the case. Yet, in your eyes, the value of a if you truly why didn't you give me the power to stop him from everything? Was hanging on a there are still so many things I know. If you really have no heart, then just look me in the eyes.
I'm sorry, Miss Navia.
You and my father, it's not so much that you... Oh well. My apologies for taking my emotions out on you, Monsieur Chief Justice. Let's go, Traveler and Paimon.
Navia...
I'm fine.
You're right.
Now that I think of it...
What is it? Did you think of something?
Yeah, he was outside. It was uncovered. That thought has occurred to us before. We've even expanded the search area to try to account for that. But didn't find anything of value. Oh?
So you're saying... Yeah!
I really All right.
Yeah!
Do you want to go with me now? Great. There's no need. My father was the one who... A gigantic and glamorous ship embodies discovery, opportunity, ambition, and conquest. It symbolizes Spina di Rosula's bright and...
And Paimon thought you were bluffing when you... Paimon was confused. But now that Paimon has seen this ship...
Well...
Watch where you're going.
Yep. They might have it good for a while.
Let's move out.
Maloose, we're back!
Apologies for the wait. You said before that you still had...
You still remember?
Yes, the case was quite similar.
Could you tell us
Yeah, of course. Many years at a glance.
Wait!
Yes, he did. If you drink and if you were to stop, as he oversaw...
Boss is uncompromised. Not only that...
Yes. Recognizing that the man's name was that night, but then...
Huh?
Sounds just like Lenny. Looking back on it, though... Precisely. But, considering it now, it's... You're right.
Jacques was an empath. I think that... On that note, however... Our opponent, even though Spina, there is no need...
If that's indeed what he wished for, was I not the closest person to him? What was the point of him dying without sharing any of the secrets he knew? Did he make... Synth is still here. Callus the Unfaithful. Did he think I've never accepted. I want to find...
Navia.
This is indeed...
So you do know something else, Maloose?
Yes, I do. But what drove...
What?
Boss also didn't... And the serial disappearances case cost him. 5 years was nowhere near... Knowing all of this, he decided to use one final intimidation tactic before his death. He claimed to have already gotten his hands on some key encrypt. But as long as... If something were to happen...
Right.
As we've seen, boss...
No. I don't believe it. He never appeared to look sick to me.
No father wants their daughter to see them weak and haggard. Especially someone as proud as Boss. To him, dying in a duel and suffering lasting dishonor as the unfaithful.
So he chose...
I'm afraid you're not understanding. If Boss is... I'm sure...
No. Is that the amount of confidence he had in me? And what if I was never able to make it to... Yeah. I suppose that's true. But thankfully, he rarely talked to me about complex matters, and thus understood little of me as a person. Huh. Maloose, what was the key?
It's the location where Synth is... When he was threatening the enemy, Boss didn't share the specific... But if you...
Why? If we...
You mustn't forget that we're fighting against a There's no telling, but a single... The worst case would...
Then...
Well, you saw...
Huh. But things...
You sound like you've put a lot of thought into this, Maloose.
I am the butler. I've always been willing to take on any kind of
Thank you for all of that, Maloose.
Let me think. One conclusion I came to is that the enemy must be quite familiar with Spina di Rosula. When I announced order, if the vendors did... After several The first is Florent.
Huh?
Yes, thanks to his... There's someone else like him, too. Marcel.
Uncle Marcel.
It's a guild, and in the beginning...
So, there...
Yes, It's,
The final suspect is Tiri, the man responsible for coordinating information. Although the guard, since Tiri...
I see. To think that...
If you want to...
Of course.
You're too kind. And before I forget, proving after that, if it might help...
Oh, thank you so...
A new case awaits, my dear partner. I hope we can work...